Yeah, welcome Grenada, Carrico, PD Mondic, and the rest of the world. I'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program. I'm your host, Mikey Hutchinson. Folks, this is where it all happens. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. It's another beautiful day. In fact, it's a special day. It is the final day of the year 2018, a day that a lot of people use to reflect, to think, and to decide whether or not they're going to take some things into 2019. What is it that you're taking into the new year? What is it that you're living back? Of course, this is the day. In fact, it's the day of reflection. Here on Mikey Live, we'll tell you about what's happening here in Grenada and to a lesser extent, the wider region. I want to welcome those of you who are looking at this program for the first time. And of course, if it is that you're looking for the first time, I hope that it's part of your New Year's resolution to at least view the program nightly. We are on Mondays to Friday, 9 p.m. right here on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube, live as well on WPG10 channels 10 and 11 HD cable. We are now receiving a nice blessing, showers of blessings in Grenada as people prepare to go to their respective events, church, so wherever it is that people are planning to go, at least we're getting some showers of blessings. I'm not too sure if you're hearing it in the far distance. Again, welcome, and let's take a look at what the headlines are for tonight. Police officer in big trouble for a second time. We'll tell you about that. Police investigating shooting incident. Again, police investigating fire in St. George's. Pedestrian knocked down on the weekend, stolen vehicle, a growing concern. Budbox sets new record for Netflix, and 2018, a year of blood for Trinidad and Tobago, with its homicide count, murder, some people say, up to 516. We'll tell you about that and more on our return. We want to let you know that the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of Duty Free Caribbean and the Colombian Emeralds International. Stay tuned. When we come back, it's real news in your Lily Lolo.
Visit Duty Free Caribbean for all your gift ideas. Duty Free Caribbean offers to you colognes, perfumes, handbags, and much more from top brands you know and love. Duty Free Caribbean. Own the experience this Christmas.
Quartz invites you to pick your discount just in time for the new year. Shop from Thursday, December 27th to Monday, 31st and get 5%, 10%, 20%, 50%, even 100% off. That's right. You can win your purchase free. Pick your discount December 27th to 31st. Only at Quartz. Start the new year off with a bang.
Audio Jungle.
It is often referred to as the biggest night of the year, Old Year's Night. And this year, we head to Spice Basket for a night of melody.
Get ready.
As Island Productions presents straight out of Trinidad, the melodic Baron. Baron. Baron alongside Grenada's very own Short Break.
Set the mood, girl, you set the mood.
Shopri.
I love it.
One night, two artists, two bands, one great occasion. Melody. Get your limited $60 tickets now from Mitchell's Health and Wellness, Excel Plaza and Spice and more. Gitters Pharmacy, Grandance, St. George's and Grenville. Grenadian Optical, Grandance and St. George's. Beautiful Caribbean, Esplanade Mall. Maryland Shop, Bellevue. Licks and Bites and Kelly's Hotspot, St. John. Shai's Bar and Pierre's Barber Shop, St. Mark. The Big Line Bar, St. Patrick. Maxie's Bar, St. Andrew. Buy Smart Supermarket, the St. David's Pharmacy. SOG Food, St. David. The event that celebrates the old and kicks off the new year with Melody. Baron.
All right, so welcome back, folks, and it is now time for some serious news right here on Mikey Live. Again, if you have not yet done so, I'd like to encourage you to share the program. Again, sharing the program ensures that other people gets to view what's happening right here. So again, thank you for viewing, and let's get down to some real business. Now, the first story that we need to tell you about is that the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force hereby notifies the general public, and in particular motorists, that the Carenage Public Road will be closed to vehicular traffic, and that is from its junction with the Hughes Street towards the direction of Sendell Tunnel on the night of Monday 31st, that's tonight. And that is between the hours of 8 p.m. and 1 a.m. So that has already taken effect, all right, guys? Now, vehicles traveling along Hughes Street will not be allowed to make a right turn onto the Carenage. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force apologizes for any inconvenience caused. Now, guys, there will be a concert happening on the Carenage by the New Year's Day Celebrations Committee. They are having performances, they're having live band, and at midnight, at the stroke of midnight, fireworks galore. Now, last year they had just about 20 minutes worth of fireworks, and so the talk on the ground is that a lot of people who are looking for somewhere to go in terms of a free event will be heading to the Carenage and the outskirts to experience the fireworks this year put on by the committee. This is the second consecutive year the committee is putting on this, and they're hoping that it will be well attended. Of course, it gives opportunities to vendors and persons to make a little dollar, and of course allow Grenadians to converge in one common place so that they can have fun, taking some good Grenadian culture as well as some awesome fireworks. That event should have already started, and of course it goes until just after midnight when the fireworks ends. So let's hope that this will be as planned, but I'm hearing that based on what last year was, this year is promising to even be better, and that's where I'll be heading tonight. Hopefully I'll try to see if I can get some fireworks on camera for you guys. All right, good. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, still in the good section, you know, scholarships are being offered. Yep, in Russia. I'm making it up. Russian scholarships. Now, the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development and Religious Affairs hereby informs the general public and Grenadian nationals that you are now invited to apply for Russian scholarships for the academic year 2019-2020. Now, interested persons, there's a website that you can visit, which is Russia, RUSSIA.study, STUDY / that is EN. Okay, now the programs of study are being offered at both the undergraduate and master's degree levels. Now, areas of study available are as follows: mathematics and natural science, engineering and technical sciences, public health service and medical sciences, agriculture and agriculture sciences, social sciences, education and pedagogical it ties my tongue up, all right, pedagogical, I hope I'm saying it right, sciences, human sciences, arts and culture. I know I doesn't play brighter than I am, but I've practiced that word and it keeps tying me up every time. But yes, and here's what, folks, they are saying that the scholarship covers tuition only. So you have to find a way to organize yourself when you're there. All right. So please be guided accordingly. Now the website again is, check it out, www.russia.study// that is EN. You understand? Good. Good. We're moving on. Listen, y'all, give me a break. I ain't not about no party. I ain't drunk. All right. I ain't drink and I ain't going to no party. I'm not a party guy. All right, guys. Nah, I'm not the party guy. It just it kerfuffles the vivacity of my intellect. You know, sometimes the brain is just not connecting. Anyway, yeah, we don't stand for it. The last time they try to get me to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, it took me a while. Anyway, so no, on to us, no serious matters now. For further details, you can call 440-2737 or 440-2738. You can also email scholarshipdesk@gmail.com. All right. We are moving on. Sportsman and Woman of the Year awarded at this year's Sports Awards. And so we had Afi Fletcher being awarded the Sportswoman of the Year, and we had Lyndon Victor being the Sportsman of the Year. So here we have Afi. Yes, Afi. Afi is a very good cricketer. Lyndon is a great athlete. And so the event took place on Saturday night. All right, folks, the next story that we have to tell you about now, we had our very own Keturah George representing Grenada in Montserrat. And of course, Keturah is back in Grenada. She said it was a wonderful experience. Now, Keturah George is a former Calypso monarch of Grenada. All right, and she was in Montserrat on the weekend representing Grenada at the regional Queen of Queens Calypso competition. Now, the competition saw 8 participating islands, which includes Anguilla, St. Lucia, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent, and Montserrat. The defending champ was Trinidad and Tobago. Now, this time around, the competition was won by Antigua and Barbuda, Miss Tyler. All right, I think her last name is King, Tyler King. So Queen Tyler King. Queen Tyler King. Interesting, right? And Grenada placed 5th. Now, the winner of the regional competition took home US $4,000 cash. The first runner-up, US $2,500. The third place received US $1,500, and the consolation prize was US $400. Now, that was awarded to all non-placing participants. Now, they are saying this is one of the most prestigious competitions within the region, and it is going on its 6th edition. We taking just a few seconds from Keturah's performance.
Sexually molesting a child, Caribbean islands. Now is the time for action. Let's come together. We got serious work to do. If you have knowledge of someone who's sexually abusing children and you don't expose them, boy, you part of the problem too. More sexual crimes committed against children often take place in the home. Even perverted family members can see their children and leave them alone. So many children are making children. They are all victims of the scourge. Regulated by big men who couldn't control their sexual urge. So many children are damaged physically, emotionally. They have reached the end. We must come together to stop this inhuman trend.
All right, and that's Keturah George performing. In fact, all the participants were made to perform 2 songs. A man was nabbed with 21 pounds of cannabis. He's said to be from Corinth. All right, that's in St. David. 21 pounds of cannabis, and they said it had a decent street value, thousands of dollars. Of course, he was arrested by police. Stolen vehicle, a growing concern. Today we are telling you that because we have received several complaints from so many different persons about their vehicles being stolen, not just for this weekend, the previous weekend, and even the one before that. So let's say within a 3 or so week period, so many people would have reported that their vehicle was stolen. Now what we understand too is that many of these vehicles have since been recovered. One of the most recent incidents involved an Escudo that was stolen from the Andal parking lot in St. George's. Now this vehicle was found at the weekend with a different number plate. And so you know when these vehicles go missing and there is a report that is put out and you get a particular number for the vehicle, so people are looking out for a particular color, make, model and number. But these guys are getting even a little more clever, even altering the number plate of these vehicles. So many persons, I'm not too sure if all of these cases were reported to police, but within the past 2 weeks or so we probably would have received about 5 stolen vehicle reports. I attempted as promised today to get to speak to the police on that matter, but my efforts proved futile, and I called a couple of times and even left a message. No call back, but that's all right. We do what we have to do anyway. All right, folks, we're going to continue to attempt to speak to the police on whether or not from their end they are getting a lot of these reports. And so, because I guess at this time people would want to know how can they prevent themselves from becoming victims of grand theft, of car theft. Even yesterday while I was at work last night, I was uncomfortable knowing that there are so many vehicles going missing, whether or not my vehicle could be stolen. But then I remember there are some vehicles that just cannot be stolen. So it seemed that there are some vehicles that are being targeted. I don't want to assume anything, and that is why I'm trying to get to the police so that they can talk to us about those vehicles that are subject to theft, and you know, just to have a conversation about it so that the general public can be better aware and be also on guard and be better prepared. All right. Fire in St. George yesterday, Saturday night into Sunday morning. So many reports started coming in that there was a building on fire, seemingly from the Church Street area. It was, as reported, an abandoned building just behind the Co-op Bank. The cause of the fire is being currently investigated by police. This is probably one of the most recent fires, probably a major one, although other buildings were not really affected by it. But in terms of the size of the structure, it was huge. Of course, a lot of people became a bit concerned. Let's take a look at what was happening.
I don't tell you officer, the police coming back that way.
Folks, this year we would have seen so many fires. I mean, the year started with a lot of fires. Then it ended with a lot of vehicular accidents, of course. And that's another thing that we will have to get a report on from the police in the beginning of next year to find out what the numbers are and how it compares to previous years. It would seem that we had record numbers of accidents for 2018. We are moving on, and the next story that we have to tell you about is that there was a shooting incident that currently police officers are currently investigating. Now, this incident took place in the South City Plaza area yesterday, according to reports. One man is nursing injuries, a gunshot wound to his arm. All right, and it has been reported that one man is being sought after An assailant is believed to be on the run, and police are investigating. Now, there are a lot of speculations about this particular incident that we're not going to go into again. Let's allow the police to do their job with that, and once an arrest is made, we will probably give you an idea as to what the theories are. Still in some news of incidents, there was an incident which took place again yesterday at the Morris Bishop Highway, where a pedestrian was knocked down. Now, one of our eyewitnesses reported seeing somebody who seemed to have been seriously injured after being knocked down. We would have tried again to get some confirmation about this incident from the police. Again, that proved futile. We are moving on. A police officer is again, and when I say again, I mean for a second time, in big trouble. And it is someone that has been in the news before. He is a model and police officer, Mr. Denson Charles. Now, he's once again in trouble with the law, this time for an alleged sex-related act. Now, it has been reported that Charles is facing a charge of cultivating an online relationship with a minor for a sexual explicit act. It also has been reported that that minor is 14 years old. Now, Charles, 34 years old, was the same police officer who was charged in April of this year with causing death by dangerous driving when he struck businessman Trevor Renwick with his car. Trevor later died. Now, the officer has been since placed on leave and is out on bail pending his next court appearance. We will continue to monitor this new development. All right. We do not intend on keeping you too long, and so we are moving quickly with the stories. My intention is to leave you guys to go do your business probably in the next 15 minutes or so from now. All right. We don't want to keep you waiting. We know that you have a lot of things to happen for this Old Year's night, not New Year's Eve, this Old Year's night. Now, just to conclude this story, Mr. Charles is charged under Section 12, subsection 2C under the Electronics Crime Act, which states that a person shall not knowingly and without lawful justification or excuse cultivate, entice, or induce children to an online relationship with another child or another adult for a sexually explicit act, or in a manner that may offend a reasonable adult on the electronic system. All right. Now, ever since the passing of the Electronic Crimes Act, we have had about 3 or so persons who was charged under this act. All right. So it seems like it's fully alive, if you ask me. All right. And the police are finding charges, you know, and inflictions or infractions, you know, where this law is concerned. Now, we are moving on. The next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, is Bud Box. Yes, the popular Bud Box. So we're not even going to talk about the memes right now. We are just going to talk about the fact that, and that's on the softer side of things before we get back onto the hardcore kind of news, right? Bud Box is making record, or in fact, it has made record. Despite the fact that some of us are running our mouths on them, people film, Bud Box has made history for Netflix, the streaming company. Now, it has given them their best viewership figures ever. You understand? Ever. It was made available on Netflix in December, this month, the 21st of December. It attracted over 45 million viewers. And it is going and going and going and going and going. You understand? Now, some of us had really good reviews of the movie, while others had nothing good to say about it. Now, I think that is all due to the fact that if you miss a few indicators, then you miss the gist of a scene. If you miss a scene, then probably it will be hard to follow. There are some subtle things that happened in the movie that if you missed, it will be hard to follow. Yes? And I think that is what has happened with a lot of viewers. Yes? Who have negative feedback about the movie. But anyway, being that as it may, it is what it is. We are moving on. The next story we have to tell you about is a man who killed, and that's according to eyewitness news in Barbados now, right? In St. Vincent. So a man who killed in Barbados, jailed, is jailed for killing in St. Vincent. So this is his second time, people. One man, you know. One man. Look him. They say he's known to be mentally unstable, but at the time when he pleaded, they say he was good in his head. You understand? Now the gist of this is that they are saying that, listen, this man had a really rough childhood, and because he had a rough childhood, that probably would have led to him being the kind of citizen that he is today. Yes? So the man, he do thing before and he do thing again. You understand? Yep. We are moving on. We told you we are not keeping you too late. This is only as night. We have another story to tell you now, boy. Trinidad, boy. Trinidad people. Now, what we can tell you is Trinidad has, well, recorded or registered one of its highest murder rates in history. You know, in history, people. Now, when the year started, it started bad. You understand? It started terrible. 2018 started really rough, according to reports there. The killing spree began just 15 minutes after New Year's was rung in, with the mother of a 25-year-old. That was in 2018, the beginning of 2018. Imagine that, 2018 started off in Trinidad and Tobago with 5 mothers on New Year's Day alone. New Year's Day, the first day of the year, started with 5 murders. Now, the bloodiest year in history for Trinidad and Tobago was in 2008, when 550 murders were recorded. Currently, as of yesterday, murders were up to 516. Now that in itself is an increase compared to last year's figure of 494. You understand? Today, there were already some killings, including police killings. We have footage of a police shooting that occurred just about 2 hours ago, but we don't want to share it with you, you know, because it could disturb your old ears night, you know. So we're not going to share that. But all we can say is that there have been killings today. So added to the 216 from yesterday, we'll have a few we'll have a few more tonight, unfortunately. All right, and it appears that 2018 will be the second highest in terms of murders for Trinidad and Tobago. All right, so let's see what happens from here on. Grenada is pretty nice. You know, we've had, I think one of our most major concerns here is accidents. vehicular accidents and so on. The numbers are just alarming. Alarming. You know, very alarming. And we will have a comprehensive report on how we did in terms of accidents, in terms of homicides, suicides, and speaking of suicides and so on. There was confirmation that the foreign national who was found dead, I think it was last week, we told you about that, did in fact commit suicide. You know, went out with some colleagues, grandants. He decided that he was going to, that's according to reports, he decided that he was going to walk home and stuff like that. Next thing you know, his friends didn't, his co-workers didn't see him the next day. And so when they inquired and so on, and there was a search party that was set up, Facebook messages went up that he was missing, and so. He was found hanging. You know, asphyxiation due to hanging. Foreign national in Grenada, you know, ain't making it up, you know. So yeah, folks, so yeah, well, let's take a quick break, and when I come back, we do not have national report, but when I come back, my final comments, and I'll leave you to go. All right, so stay tuned. I will be back in like 1 minute.
Listen to what you had to say and turn up the old rules, because losing what you paid for is just wrong. Now, lost data and talk are a thing of the past. Only Digicel gives you unlimited rollover data and talk. Just buy and renew your QuickPick bundle before it expires and keep what's rightfully yours. Never lose what you don't use. Go to My Digicel app to bundle up and roll over today. Digicel.
Quartz invites you to pick your discount just in time for the new year.
It is often referred to as the biggest night of the year, Old Year's Night. And this year, we head to Spice Basket for a night of melody.
Hello, people. Get ready.
As Island Productions presents, straight out of Trinidad, the melodic Baron. Baron, alongside Grenada's very own Shopri. Shopri.
I love it.
One night, two artists, two bands, one great occasion, melody. Get your limited $60 tickets now from Mitchell's Health and Wellness, Excel Plaza and Spice and more. Gittins Pharmacy, Grandans, St. George's and Grenville, Grenadian Optical, Grandans and St. George's, Unified Caribbean, Esplanade Mall, Maryland Shop, Bellevue, Licks and Bites and Kelly's Hotspot, St. John, Shai's Bar and Pierre's Barber Shop, St. Mark, the Big Line Bar, St. Patrick, Maxie's Bar, St. Andrew, Buy Smart Supermarket, the St. David's Pharmacy, SOG Food, St. David, the event that celebrates the old and kicks off the new year with melody. Baron.
Yeah, and that event is going down tonight, and you should be having a good time at that event, I'm sure. Baron is a really good performer. All right, folks, let's take a look at the weather, see what's happening. But what I can tell you right now, it is that we are getting some light rain, okay? That's what's happening right now. And let's see what the Met Office says about the weather for tonight. All right, so the weather is expected to be a little cloudy tonight, all right, and you can expect some moderate rain as is happening now. Check this out, all right. The minimum temperature for tonight is expected to be about 21.5 degrees Celsius. Now, people, put into perspective, that's cold. In the context of Grenada, that's cold. Wind northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, and gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough. Waves 7 to 9 feet in open waters. Now there is a marine advisory in effect. Please be guided accordingly. And taking a look at the weather for tomorrow, sun is expected to rise about 6:28 a.m. and the weather for tomorrow is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light moderate rain, decreasing in cloudiness in the afternoon. Maximum temperature is expected to be about 29.5 degrees Celsius and minimum 23.0. Well, that's just rounding off to 23 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. And gusting higher at times, seas moderate and waves up to 8 feet in open water. And a small craft advisory is in effect. And that's your weather report for tonight. And folks, that's where I am going to leave you for tonight. Now, I'm wishing you all the best, you, your family, your friends, and everyone else. It's been a really good year for us here on Mikey Live. I have to say thank you to you, the viewing audience, for making the program what it is. I don't think the program would really be what it is today had it not been for the engagement and the involvement of the general public. I can't take credit fully for the success of the program. I think that you guys have a lot to do with it, and for that I would like to say thank you. We can look forward to bigger and better things 2019. There are some things that we held back because we want slow progress. We want to make sure that we ace to perfection some of the things that we undertook for 2018, and once we got it right, then we can you know, get engaged in some newer things, you know, break barriers and build new frontiers, and that's what we aim to do. So in 2019 you can expect more as we continue to grow our program and try to become a little better at what we do. All right, and I'm happy for all the feedback that you have given throughout the year. Of course, as well, a lot of focus for 2019 will go on the Mikey Live Helping Hands Foundation. As you already know, we have already started doing a lot of the groundwork to ensure that we can go bigger and better for 2019. And we're talking about our primary objective is to help people who probably cannot help themselves. All right, and so that's what we are here for, to help our brothers and sisters in time of needs and in time of need. And I really would like your support with that. Of course, again, I would like to say thank you to every one of you for making the program what it is today. Rayburn, Asha, Angel, Melly, Karen, Kevin, Rachel, Shireen, Esther, Kirin, Rita, Lisa, Sparrow, my mom, Della, and they're the timekeeper, Shireen, big up, Natalie, Zaka, Spice Girl, Trevelyn, Clotilda, Caroline, who else? We have Seta, we have as well Della, we have Peter, we have Irma, we have Lydia, and Denise, big up Denise, all right, Allah, the ambassador. Who else? We have Nikki and Joycelyn, and you know, everyone, you know, names too numerous to mention. Again, we want to say thank you for making the program what it is today. Arthur, we see that you're there as well. Lucy, we see that you're there as well. All right, Danica, we see that you're there. Jennifer, you're always here with us. Lorraine, You're always here with us, man. Wendy Ann, I see you there. Patsy's with us as well. Rose is with us. Woo! Yeah, the house is on fire. So big up to you guys. And listen, man. Danica, Ezran, my sister, Lintona, Laureen, and everyone else, all right? Big up. Suzette, I see you there, right? So, Michelle, I see you there as well. Too many names to mention, by the way. So, every one of you. Anne, I see you as well, all right? Rose, yes, I see you too, okay? And Sherwin and Karen, Trevor, Esther. Listen, everybody, okay? Big up, everybody. Now, tonight, listen what we have in store for you. We're going to have a church service live tonight, which starts in 5 minutes. So I have to go off to activate that. And then after the church service, we're going to have a concert with Sean Daniel. And so we're going to bring that to you live. What a way, right? What a way to say welcome to the new year. So we're going to have Sean Daniel live for you. So folks, we have things for you for tonight. So we're coming back live in like 5 minutes time from now. We're going to be live again. And after the church service, we're going to go off and come back again after midnight to give you that live concert as well. So we have real things to happen right here on your favorite channel, Mikey Live. And of course, remember, we are available on YouTube. You can check us out on the website. Our website makes it so much easier for you to view, mikeylive.com. All right, WPG10 channels 10 and 11, HD 11, standard definition channel 10. And as well, we are on the My Digital app. You can check that out as well. You'll see the Mikey Live logo there. And once you dial in My Digital app and you click Mikey Live, you'll be able to view as a digital customer. You'll be able to do that. Whether or not you have Facebook, it really doesn't matter. You'll be able to view the program as well. So if you have a family friend, a family member, somebody that you know who wants to look at the program, they have a digital phone, they don't have cable, or they don't have this, they don't have that, Mikey Live is available on every digital phone. All right, well, smartphone that is. God bless you guys. Look forward to 2019. We're coming with a bang. Trust me, it will not be the same. Trust me, Mikey Live will not be the same in 2019. I guarantee that. God bless you. Have a good night and a happy new year. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say good night. Happy New Year.